I'm Karen from iFixThings, and I'm up here on vacation, and I noticed in this bedroom that this roller blind is just not working. And there's a lot of reasons why it might not work, so I thought I'd make a quick little video and show you what some of the problems can be. So the first problem that can sometimes happen on something like this is that this bracket right here has possibly been bent. And the reason this little bracket is important, and if you notice, there's like a little slit for it to go in, and then a slot. And if you look on this end right here of the blind, you'll see that this little flat gizmo, see how it's flat, goes up into this slot right here. There's a slot. This particular bracket was bent, this little lip right here was bent out, so I just tapped it back in place. And I'll show you why that's a big deal. If this slot were bent, what this small torsion spade will do is just simply slide, right? See how this slot on this, well, it's a big old meat fork, but you get the point. That is just sliding. What you want is for it to be held tight. So that bracket, the bracket that was up there on the window, was bent so that that slot wasn't being held at all. So I just tapped it with a little hammer, just tapped it back in, made it tighter so that this torsion, because there's a torsion and there's like a spring in there. There's a torsion assembly, we can call it that, or we can call it a spring. But what you want this little spade point to be held. So I'm going to quickly put it back in place, and I'll show you how to tune one of these. Okay, so the blind is now seated properly into the bracket that's been bent back close, so it's not rolling without being held in something big and wide and open. It needs to be tight, and so it now works. Before, when I found this, when you pulled it down, it just stayed down. So here's the other thing I wanted to show you. Sometimes these things don't go up as far as you want them to go. So there's a trick how to tune one of these blinds. So what you do is you simply pull it down a little bit. You take it out of this bracket. Take it completely out of the bracket, like it is right now. See, it's out of the bracket. And I'm going to roll it up. I'm just going to go ahead and roll this. Because what I'm doing is I'm tricking this spring assembly a little bit. Now I'm going to go ahead and put it back into the bracket. I'm going to test it to see if it's as tight as I want it. So let's see. Okay, it goes up all the way. Now I'll show you it again on this window right here. If you look, this blind, it doesn't go up. That's just because somebody probably sprung the spring and didn't know how to retune it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out of the bracket. See? I'm going to roll it up. See? It's rolling up. Put it back in the bracket. Now watch this. I want it a little tighter. I always like my blinds a little tighter. So you bring it down. When you want your blind a little tighter, you bring it down. Take it out of the bracket. Roll it out. See, that gives me what I want. So I'm Karen from iFixThings. Thanks for watching. Simple things like this. These are things that you can attempt at your own pace. Watch videos. There's plenty of videos out there. I just figured I'd add my voice to the mix. Thanks a lot.